Deep within the lush rainforests of Southeast Asia, a world of intricate complexity and beauty unfolds. Among the majestic trees, where vines weave a tangled canopy overhead, a remarkable creature reigns supreme: the orangutan. These magnificent primates have long fascinated humans with their intelligence, agility, and striking appearance. Yet, despite their captivating charm, orangutans are now facing an uncertain future, threatened by the rapid destruction of their habitats and the relentless pressure of human expansion. As one of the most intelligent and critically endangered primates, the orangutan plays a vital role in the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra. Their genetic relationship to humans is striking, with a surprising degree of similarity in DNA. This connection has sparked scientific interest in the orangutan, drawing researchers and conservationists to their habitats in search of answers about the evolution of human and primate lineages. The orangutan's place within the primate family is a testament to the intricate web of life that binds species together, influencing the very fabric of ecosystems and shaping the course of history. In the ancient forests of Southeast Asia, the orangutan is an integral part of the delicate balance that sustains life. As a keystone species, they play a pivotal role in dispersing seeds, facilitating the growth of new vegetation, and maintaining the health of the rainforest ecosystem. The orangutan's presence is a reminder of the intricate relationships that exist within ecosystems, where species are interconnected in complex networks of dependence and interdependence. However, the orangutan's future is far from secure. As humans continue to encroach upon their habitats, driven by the insatiable demand for palm oil, timber, and other valuable resources, the orangutan is facing a catastrophic decline in numbers. Deforestation, once a gradual process, has accelerated to a pace that is both alarming and unsustainable. The orangutan's habitat, a vast expanse of tropical rainforest, is being carved up into small, fragmented patches, isolating individual animals and disrupting the intricate social structures that have evolved over centuries. The orangutan's plight is a stark reminder of the devastating impact of human activity on the natural world. As we gaze into the eyes of these magnificent creatures, we are confronted with the harsh reality of our own impact on the planet. The orangutan's story is a poignant reminder of our responsibility to protect and preserve the natural world, to respect the delicate balance of ecosystems, and to recognize the intrinsic value of life on Earth. The orangutan's intelligence, adaptability, and social complexity make them a compelling subject of study, but it is their vulnerability that demands our attention and action. As we embark on this journey to explore the orangutan's world, we are reminded of the intricate web of life that binds us all together. The orangutan's fate is inextricably linked to our own, a poignant reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings. As we delve deeper into the orangutan's world, we will explore the intricacies of their behavior, social structures, and habitats. We will examine the evolutionary history of these magnificent creatures, tracing their ancestry back to the earliest primates. We will investigate the impact of human activity on their populations, from deforestation and poaching to habitat fragmentation and climate change. But this story is not just about the orangutan, it is also about us. It is about our relationship with the natural world, our impact on the planet, and our responsibility to act and to recognize the critical role that we play in determining the fate of this magnificent species. As we venture deeper into the orangutan's world, we find ourselves in the midst of a complex and dynamic ecosystem. The rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are teeming with life. From the towering trees that provide a canopy for the orangutans to the intricate networks of vines and epiphytes that crisscross the forest floor, the air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers and decaying leaves, and the sounds of the forest are a cacophony of bird calls, rustling leaves, and distant rumblings of thunder. The orangutans themselves are a marvel to behold, their reddish-brown fur glistening in the dappled light that filters through the canopy above. Their long arms, strong and sinewy, swing effortlessly from branch to branch as they move through the forest with a fluidity that belies their size. Their faces, large and expressive, are a testament to their intelligence and emotional complexity, and their eyes, deep and soulful, seem to hold a world of wisdom and experience. As we watch the orangutans move through their habitat, we begin to understand the intricate social structures that underlie their behavior. They are solitary animals, but they are not alone in the forest. They have a complex system of communication using vocalizations, facial expressions, and body language to convey information and coordinate their actions. They are tool users, employing sticks, leaves, and other objects to help them gather food, build nests, and navigate their environment. The orangutans' feeding habits are a fascinating example of their adaptability and resourcefulness. They are primarily frugivores, feeding on a wide variety of fruits, leaves, and bark. But they are also opportunistic omnivores, taking advantage of insects, small animals, and other food sources as they become available. Their ability to adapt to changing environmental conditions has allowed them to thrive in the rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra, where the climate is hot and humid, and the competition for resources is intense. As we delve deeper into the orangutan's world, we begin to appreciate the intricate relationships that exist between species in the rainforest ecosystem. The orangutans play a critical role in seed dispersal, helping to spread the seeds of the trees and plants that provide them with food and shelter. They also contribute to the growth of new vegetation, as the seeds they disperse germinate and grow into new trees. In this way, the orangutans are an integral. The orangutan, a majestic creature of great intelligence and beauty, roams the lush rainforests of Southeast Asia, its very existence a poignant reminder of the delicate balance between species and their environment. As one of the most intelligent primates, orangutans have long fascinated scientists and conservationists alike, who have come to recognize the crucial role they play in maintaining the health and diversity of their ecosystem. Orangutans are often referred to as the giants of the forest, due to their impressive size and strength. Adult males can weigh up to 200 pounds, with some individuals reaching lengths of up to 6 feet from head to toe. Their robust build and powerful limbs enable them to swing effortlessly through the forest canopy, a skill honed over millions of years of arboreal evolution. But size is not the only impressive aspect of the orangutan's biology. These primates are also renowned for their intelligence, rivaling that of humans in some respects. In the wild, orangutans have been observed using tools to extract food from hard-to-reach places, a behavior known as extractive foraging. They employ a range of techniques, including using sticks to dig up underground tubers and leaves to scoop up water from streams. One of the most fascinating aspects of orangutan intelligence is their ability to learn and adapt. In captivity, these animals have been known to solve complex puzzles and even learn sign language to communicate with their human caregivers. In the wild, they have been observed using rocks to crack open nuts and shells, a behavior that requires a level of problem-solving ability and creativity. Despite their impressive cognitive abilities, orangutans are facing an unprecedented threat to their survival. Habitat destruction, largely driven by the demand for palm oil, has led to the loss of millions of acres of rainforests, leaving orangutans with fragmented and isolated populations. Poaching, particularly for the pet trade, has also taken a devastating toll, with many young orangutans being captured and sold into the lucrative black market. The orangutan's critically endangered status is a stark reminder of the consequences of human activity on the natural world. These animals are not just victims of habitat destruction and poaching, but also of a broader cultural and economic system that values profit over people and the planet. The orangutan's plight serves as a powerful symbol of the need for sustainable development and conservation, highlighting the importance of preserving biodiversity and protecting the world's most vulnerable species. As the world's most intelligent primate, the orangutan plays a unique role in its ecosystem, serving as a keystone species that maintains the balance of the rainforest through their seed-dispersing activities. Orangutans help to propagate new plant growth, ensuring the continued health and diversity of the forest. They also play a crucial role in shaping the forest's structure, creating pathways and clearings that allow other animals to move through the landscape. The orangutan's status as a critically endangered species is a poignant reminder of the urgent need for conservation action. Efforts to protect their habitats, combat poaching, and promote sustainable practices are underway, but more needs to be done to ensure the long-term survival of these magnificent creatures. As we reflect on the orangutan's intelligence and beauty, we are reminded of the importance of preserving the natural world for future generations, and the need for a fundamental shift in our values and behaviors to prioritize the well-being of people and the planet. As we delve deeper into the world of the orangutan, it becomes clear that these animals are not just objects of fascination, but also of deep emotional connection. Their intelligence, adaptability, and resilience in the face of adversity inspire us to re-examine our relationship with the natural world and to take action to protect the species that call it home. The orangutan's story is one of hope and despair, of tragedy and resilience, and it serves as a powerful reminder of the importance of conservation and the need for collective action to protect the world's most vulnerable species. In the midst of the orangutan's struggle for survival, there is a glimmer of hope. Efforts to protect their habitats and combat poaching are underway, and conservationists are working tirelessly to promote sustainable practices and reduce the demand for palm oil. But more needs to be done to ensure the long-term survival of these magnificent creatures. As we reflect on the orangutan's intelligence and beauty, we are reminded of the importance of preserving the natural world for future generations, and the need for a fundamental shift in our values and behaviors to prioritize the well-being of people and the planet. The orangutan's story is a powerful reminder of the interconnectedness of all living beings and the urgent need for conservation action. As we move forward, it is essential that we prioritize the protection of this critically endangered species and the ecosystems they inhabit, and work towards a future where humans and orangutans can coexist in harmony. Orangutans have a unique way of communicating with each other, using a range of vocalizations, facial expressions, and body language. They are capable of producing over 30 different sounds, including loud calls, chirps, and grunts, which they use to convey information and express emotions. Their facial expressions are also highly expressive, with raised eyebrows and open mouths indicating excitement or curiosity, while lowered brows and pursed lips suggest fear or aggression. In addition to their vocal and visual cues, orangutans also use body language to communicate. They will often posture, standing tall and spreading their arms to assert dominance or display aggression. They will also use gentle touches and caresses to show affection and comfort. This complex system of communication allows orangutans to build strong bonds with each other and maintain social hierarchies within their groups. Despite their impressive social skills, orangutans are typically solitary animals, only coming together to mate or to raise young. In the wild, males will often wander long distances in search of receptive females, while females will tend to their offspring. The orangutan's significance in Southeast Asia's rainforests is deeply intertwined with their role as a keystone species. These highly intelligent primates play a crucial part in maintaining the delicate balance of the ecosystem, ensuring the health and diversity of the rainforest. By dispersing seeds and facilitating the growth of new plant species, orangutans contribute to the forest's resilience and adaptability. Orangutans also possess a unique genetic makeup that sets them apart from other great apes. Their close relationship to humans is evident in the similarities in their DNA, highlighting the shared evolutionary history of our species. This genetic bond serves as a poignant reminder of the intricate web of life that connects humans to our fellow creatures. One of the most striking aspects of orangutans is their remarkable intelligence. Studies have shown that they possess a level of cognitive ability rivaling that of chimpanzees, with whom they share a common ancestor. This intelligence is evident in their problem-solving skills, memory, and ability to learn and adapt to new situations. In the rainforest, orangutans used their intelligence to navigate the complex network of trees and vines, exploiting food sources and avoiding predators. Orangutans' intelligence also plays a critical role in their social behavior. Despite their reputation for being solitary animals, orangutans have been observed displaying complex social interactions, including cooperation, communication, and even empathy. This social complexity is a testament to their advanced cognitive abilities and highlights the importance of preserving their social structures. The significance of orangutans in Southeast Asia's rainforests extends beyond their ecological role. They have also become an important symbol of conservation efforts, with many organizations using them as a flagship species to raise awareness about the plight of endangered animals. The orangutan's charismatic appeal and striking appearance make them an effective ambassador for environmental causes. In addition to their symbolic value, orangutans also hold significant cultural and spiritual importance in the indigenous communities of Borneo and Sumatra. This genetic divergence is a result of the orangutan's prolonged isolation in Southeast Asia, which has allowed their species to develop unique adaptations and characteristics. The genetic closeness between orangutans and humans has sparked significant scientific interest. By studying the orangutan's DNA, researchers can gain insights into the evolution of human diseases, such as cancer and Alzheimer's. The orangutan's genetic material also provides a unique window into the evolutionary history of our species, offering clues about our shared ancestry and the origins of human biology. Furthermore, the orangutan's genetic relationship to humans highlights the importance of preserving their populations. As a closely related species, orangutans share many of the same genetic traits and vulnerabilities as humans. By protecting their populations, we are also ensuring the long-term health and resilience of our own species. The significance of orangutans in Southeast Asia's rainforests extends far beyond their ecological and genetic importance. They have become an integral part of our shared cultural and symbolic heritage, serving as a powerful symbol of conservation efforts and environmental awareness. As we strive to protect their populations and preserve their habitats, we are also safeguarding the future of our own species and the planet we call home. The orangutan's unique genetic relationship to humans also has significant implications for our understanding of human evolution and behavior. By studying the orangutan's behavior, social structures, and cognitive abilities, researchers can gain valuable insights into the evolution of human psychology and culture. For example, the orangutan's use of tools and complex problem-solving skills has been observed to be similar to those of early humans. Moreover, the orangutan's genetic closeness to humans has led to the development of new fields of research, such as comparative genomics and phylogenomics. These fields involve the study of the genetic differences and similarities between humans and other species, including orangutans. By analyzing the orangutan's genome, researchers can identify genetic variations that may be associated with specific traits or diseases in humans. The significance of orangutans in Southeast Asia's rainforests is also reflected in their cultural and symbolic value. In many indigenous communities, orangutans are considered sacred animals, associated with spiritual and mystical powers. The orangutan's charismatic appeal and striking appearance make them an effective ambassador for environmental causes, inspiring people around the world to take action to protect their habitats and populations. In addition to their cultural and symbolic significance, orangutans also play a critical role in maintaining the health and diversity of the rainforest ecosystem. By dispersing seeds and facilitating the growth of new plant species, orangutans contribute to the forest's resilience and adaptability. This has important implications for the long-term health and sustainability of the rainforest, and highlights the importance of preserving orangutan populations. The orangutan's genetic relationship to humans also underscores the importance of conservation efforts. By protecting orangutan populations and preserving their habitats, we are also ensuring the long-term health and resilience of our own species. This is particularly important in light of the significant threats facing orangutans, including deforestation, poaching, and habitat fragmentation. In order to address these threats, conservation efforts must be targeted and effective. This includes the establishment of protected areas, such as wildlife reserves and national parks, as well as the development of sustainable land use practices that minimize the impact of human activities on orangutan habitats. Additionally, anti-poaching campaigns and education programs can help to raise awareness about the plight of orangutans and the importance of protecting their populations. The significance of orangutans in Southeast Asia's rainforests is a powerful reminder of the intricate web of life that connects humans to our fellow creatures. By preserving orangutan populations and protecting their habitats, we are also safeguarding the future of the orangutan's evolutionary history is a fascinating and complex tale that spans millions of years. Like all great apes, orangutans diverged from a common ancestor with humans, chimpanzees and gorillas, a process that occurred around 13 million years ago in Africa. This divergence was likely driven by changes in climate and geography, leading to the isolation of early ape populations and the eventual formation of distinct species. As we follow the orangutan lineage back in time, we find ourselves in the midst of a lush, tropical forest in what is now Africa. The early great apes that would eventually give rise to orangutans were likely arboreal, spending most of their time in the trees. Their diet consisted of a mix of fruits, leaves, and insects, and they likely used tools to extract food from hard-to-reach areas. Around 12 million years ago, the African continent began to break apart, leading to the formation of the Red Sea and the subsequent isolation of the early ape populations. It was during this time that the orangutan lineage began to take shape, with early orangutans emerging in Asia around 10 million years ago. However, Orangutans are more closely related to chimpanzees than they are to gorillas, and their DNA shows a strong affinity to both of these species. There are two distinct species of orangutans, the Bornean orangutan Pongo pygmaeus and the Sumatran orangutan Pongo abeli. The Bornean orangutan is the largest of the two species, with adults reaching up to 1.5 meters in height and weighing up to 80 kilograms. They are found in the tropical rainforests of Borneo, where they inhabit the canopy and lower slopes of the island's mountains. The Sumatran orangutan, on the other hand, is smaller than the Bornean orangutan, with adults reaching up to 1.2 meters in height and weighing up to 50 kilograms. They are found in the forests of Sumatra, where they inhabit the island's central highlands and the coastal regions. In 2017, a new species of orangutan was discovered in Sumatra, the Tapanuli orangutan Pongo tapanuliensis. This species is found in the Tapanuli region of Sumatra, where it inhabits the island's central highlands. The Tapanuli orangutan is smaller than the Bornean orangutan, but larger than the Sumatran orangutan, with adults reaching up to 1.3 meters in height and weighing up to 60 kilograms. The discovery of the Tapanuli orangutan has significant implications for our understanding of orangutan evolution and diversity. It highlights the complexity of orangutan evolution, with different species emerging in different parts of Asia over millions of years. It also underscores the importance of continued conservation efforts, as the Tapanuli orangutan is already considered endangered due to habitat loss and hunting. In addition to the 3 recognized species of orangutans, there are also several subspecies that have been identified. These subspecies are often based on geographical differences and can vary in size, color, and behavior. However, more research is needed to fully understand the extent of orangutan diversity and the relationships between different populations. As we continue to explore the orangutan's origins, it becomes clear that their evolutionary history is inextricably linked to the history of the Earth itself. The changes in climate and geography that led to the emergence of orangutans also had a profound impact on the ecosystems in which they lived. The orangutan story is one of adaptation and resilience, as they evolved to thrive in a constantly changing world. The orangutan's evolutionary history is a testament to the incredible diversity of life on Earth. Their story highlights the complexity and beauty of the natural world, and serves as a reminder of the importance of preserving and protecting our planet's incredible biodiversity. As we look to the future, it is clear that the orangutan's survival is inextricably linked to the survival of the ecosystems in which they live. As we delve deeper into the orangutan's origins, it becomes clear that their evolutionary history is also closely tied to the emergence of their unique physical characteristics. Their long arms, reddish-brown fur, and large, expressive faces are all adaptations that have allowed them to thrive in their arboreal environment. The orangutan's strong limbs, prehensile hands, and feet are perfectly suited for climbing and brachiating through the forest canopy. In fact, the orangutan's anatomy is so well suited to their arboreal lifestyle that they are able to move through the trees with ease, using their powerful arms to swing from branch to branch. This agility and flexibility are essential for their survival, as they must be able to navigate the complex network of branches and leaves in order to find food, shelter, and potential mates. The orangutan's physical characteristics also reflect their genetic relationship to other great apes. Like chimpanzees and gorillas, orangutans have a similar body shape and muscle structure, which is likely a result of their shared ancestry. However, the orangutan's unique adaptations to their arboreal environment have also led to some distinct differences in their physical appearance. For example, the orangutan's reddish-brown fur is likely an adaptation to help them blend in with their surroundings, as the reddish hues of the forest canopy provide excellent camouflage. The orangutan's large, expressive faces are also thought to be an adaptation for communication, as they use a range of facial expressions and body language to convey information and express emotions. In addition to their physical characteristics, the orangutan's behavior and social structure are also shaped by their evolutionary history. As we will explore in the next section, the orangutan's solitary nature is a key aspect of their behavior and is likely an adaptation to their arboreal environment. However, the orangutan's behavior is also influenced by their genetic relationship to other great apes. Like chimpanzees and gorillas, orangutans are highly intelligent and social animals, and the orangutan, one of the most intelligent and critically endangered primates, is a member of the great ape family, which also includes chimpanzees, gorillas, and humans. The evolutionary history of the orangutan is a complex and fascinating story that spans millions of years, and one that is closely tied to the emergence of our own species. The most widely accepted theory is that the great apes, including orangutans, evolved from a common ancestor that lived around 13 to 15 million years ago in Africa. Over time, this ancestral population migrated to Asia, where it split into different lineages, including the orangutan and the great ape lineage, that would eventually give rise to humans and chimpanzees. The earliest known ancestor of the orangutan is thought to have been the species Sivopithecus, which lived around 12 to 8 million years ago in India and Southeast Asia. These early orangutans were likely small, agile creatures that lived in the forests of India and Southeast Asia and were characterized by their long arms and curved hands. Over time, the orangutan lineage continued to evolve and diversify, with different species emerging in different parts of Asia. Around 3 to 4 million years ago, the orangutan split into two distinct lineages, one of which would eventually give rise to the modern Bornean orangutan, and the other to the Sumatran orangutan. The Bornean orangutan, which is the most widely distributed of the two species, is thought to have originated in the island of Borneo around 2 to 3 million years ago. This species is characterized by its large size, reddish-brown fur, and distinctive facial features. The Sumatran orangutan, on the other hand, is found only in the island of Sumatra and is thought to have originated around 1 to 2 million years ago. This species is smaller than the Bornean orangutan, with a more slender build and a distinctive white fringe on its face. In 2017, a new species of orangutan was discovered in the Tapanuli region of Sumatra, which is thought to be the most endangered of all the great apes. The Tapanuli orangutan is characterized by its distinctive black and white coloration and its relatively small size compared to the other two species, despite their distinct physical characteristics. All three species of orangutan are closely related and share a common ancestor that lived in the forests of Asia millions of years ago. The orangutan's evolutionary history is a testament to the complex and dynamic nature of life on Earth, and highlights the importance of conservation efforts to protect these amazing creatures. The divergence of the orangutan from the other great apes is thought to have been driven by a combination of geographical and environmental factors. The orangutan's adaptation to life in the forests of Asia, where it evolved to live in the canopy and feed on fruits and leaves, was likely a key factor in its separation from the other great apes. The orangutan's unique physical characteristics, such as its long arms and curved hands, were likely adaptations to its arboreal lifestyle, and allowed it to move through the forest canopy with ease. The orangutan's large brain and advanced cognitive abilities were also likely key factors in its ability to adapt to its environment and exploit new resources. The discovery of the Tapanuli orangutan in 2017 highlights the ongoing process of discovery and exploration of the natural world and emphasizes the importance of continued conservation efforts to protect these amazing creatures. The orangutan's evolutionary history is a reminder of the complex and dynamic nature of life on Earth, and highlights the need for continued research and conservation efforts to protect this and other endangered species. The orangutan's close genetic relationship to humans is also a fascinating aspect of its evolutionary history. Orangutans and humans share a common ancestor that lived around 6 to 8 million years ago, and share many similarities in their DNA. This close relationship has led some scientists to suggest that orangutans may be a useful model for studying human evolution and disease. In conclusion, the evolutionary history and divergence of the orangutan from other great apes is a complex and fascinating story that spans millions of years. From its early origins in Africa to its modern-day diversity in Asia, the orangutan is a testament to the power of evolution and adaptation in the natural world. As we continue to explore and learn more about the orangutan's evolutionary history, we are reminded of the importance of conservation efforts to protect these amazing creatures and the ecosystems they inhabit. The orangutan's unique evolutionary history has also provided valuable insights into the evolution of human diseases. For example, studies have shown that orangutans are more susceptible to certain diseases, such as malaria, due to their close genetic relationship to humans. This has led scientists to explore the use of orangutans as a model for studying human diseases and developing new treatments. Furthermore, the orangutan's brain structure and cognitive abilities have been found to be remarkably similar to those of humans. In fact, studies have shown that orangutans possess a brain-to-body mass ratio similar to that of humans and have been observed to use tools, exhibit complex social behaviors, and even display cultural behaviors. The tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are home to one of the most intelligent and critically endangered primates, the orangutan. These magnificent creatures have lived in harmony with the rainforest ecosystem for millions of years, playing a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of nature. The rainforests of Southeast Asia are characterized by high levels of biodiversity, with towering trees, lush vegetation, and a complex network of animal species. Orangutans inhabit the upper canopy of these forests, where they spend most of their time swinging from tree to tree, using their long arms and prehensile hands to navigate through the dense foliage. Their arboreal lifestyle allows them to feed on the ripest and most nutritious fruits, leaves, and bark, while also providing them with shelter from the harsh climate and predators. The orangutan's role in the rainforest ecosystem cannot be overstated. They are one of the primary seed dispersers in their habitats, consuming fruit and then depositing the seeds, often in a new location, along with a package of nutrients. This process allows the seed to germinate and grow into a new tree, contributing to the regeneration of the forest. Without orangutans, the forest would be unable to sustain itself, and the ecosystem would eventually collapse. However, the orangutan's habitat is under threat from human activities such as deforestation, logging, and agriculture. The rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are being cleared at an alarming rate, mainly to make way for palm oil plantations, which are used to produce a variety of consumer products, including food, cosmetics, and cleaning agents. The loss of habitat has resulted in fragmented populations of orangutans, making it difficult for them to find food, shelter, and potential mates. The impact of deforestation on orangutans is devastating. Without their forest home, they are forced to adapt to a new environment, which can be challenging, if not impossible. Orangutans are highly specialized animals, and their skills and knowledge are tied to their forest habitat. When they are forced to leave their home, they often become vulnerable to predators, poachers, and other dangers. In addition to deforestation, orangutans are also threatened by habitat fragmentation. When the forest is cleared, the remaining trees and vegetation are often fragmented, making it difficult for orangutans to move through the forest. This can lead to isolation, making it hard for them to find food, shelter, and potential mates. Habitat fragmentation can also lead to inbreeding, which can weaken the orangutan's genetic diversity and make them more vulnerable to diseases. The orangutan's slow reproductive rate also makes it challenging for their populations to recover from threats. Female orangutans give birth to only 1 or 2 offspring every 8 to 10 years, making it difficult for populations to grow rapidly. This slow reproductive rate, combined with the loss of habitat and the effects of inbreeding, makes it challenging for orangutans to recover from threats. The loss of orangutans would not only be a tragedy for the conservation community, but also have significant consequences for the ecosystem. Orangutans play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the forest, and their loss would have a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem. The loss of seed dispersers, such as orangutans, would lead to a decline in forest regeneration, making it difficult for other species to survive. In conclusion, the orangutan's habitat and ecosystem are under threat from human activities such as deforestation, logging, and agriculture. The loss of habitat has resulted in fragmented populations of orangutans, making it difficult for them to find food, shelter, and potential mates. The orangutan's slow reproductive rate also makes it challenging for their populations to recover from threats. The loss of orangutans would have significant consequences for the ecosystem, highlighting the need for continued conservation efforts to protect their habitats and ensure the survival of these incredible creatures. As the orangutan's habitat continues to shrink, the pressure on their populations grows. The clearing of forests for palm oil plantations, logging, and agriculture has resulted in the loss of valuable habitats, leaving orangutans with limited options for survival. The fragmentation of their habitat has also led to the isolation of individual orangutans, making it difficult for them to find food, shelter, and potential mates. Orangutans are highly adapted to their forest habitat, and their skills and knowledge are tied to the environment. When they are forced to leave their home, they often become vulnerable to predators, poachers, and other dangers. In addition to the physical challenges, orangutans also face the psychological stress of being displaced from their natural habitat. The impact of habitat loss on orangutan populations is not limited to the immediate effects on their survival. It also has a ripple effect throughout the ecosystem, leading to a decline in forest regeneration and a loss of biodiversity. The loss of seed dispersers, such as orangutans, would lead to a decline in forest regeneration, making it difficult for other species to survive. Conservation efforts are underway to protect the habitats of orangutans and ensure their survival. Wildlife reserves and reforestation initiatives are being implemented to restore the lost habitats and provide a safe haven for orangutans. Anti-poaching campaigns are also being waged to prevent the killing of orangutans for their meat, body parts, and as pets. Rehabilitation centers are being established to care for orphaned orangutans and provide them with the necessary skills and knowledge to survive in the wild. Reintroduction programs are also being implemented to release rehabilitated orangutans back into their natural habitats, where they can thrive and contribute to the regeneration of the forest. Public awareness campaigns are being launched to educate people about the importance of orangutan conservation and the impact of human activities on their survival. Efforts are being made to promote sustainable practices, such as sustainable palm oil production, and to reduce the demand for products that contribute to deforestation. The fate of orangutans hangs in the balance, and the future of their survival is uncertain. However, with continued conservation efforts and a collective, deep within the heart of Southeast Asia lies the lush expanse of tropical rainforests that have been home to orangutans for centuries. The Bornean and Sumatran islands, separated by the South China Sea, harbor the only remaining natural habitats of these majestic creatures. These rainforests, characterized by their dense canopies, sprawling tree trunks, and winding vines, provide the perfect environment for orangutans to thrive. The tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are among the most biodiverse ecosystems on the planet, with an astonishing array of plant and animal species calling them home. The forests are dominated by towering dipterocarp trees, with trunks as wide as 10 meters in diameter, their massive canopies stretching towards the sky like a verdant ceiling. The forest floor is a tapestry of ferns, orchids, and wildflowers, with giant bamboo and rattan vines snaking their way through the undergrowth. The canopy of these rainforests is a veritable jungle of branches, leaves, and vines, providing a maze-like network of pathways for orangutans to navigate. The trees themselves are often covered in epiphytes, such as mosses, lichens, and ferns, which add to the forest's lush, emerald green hue. The air is thick with the scent of blooming flowers, decaying leaves, and the sweet aroma of rain-soaked earth. This intricate web of life is the perfect habitat for orangutans, allowing them to roam through the treetops with ease, feeding on a variety of fruits, leaves, and bark. The forest's complex network of waterways, including rivers, streams, and wetlands, provides a constant source of water for the orangutans, as well as a variety of aquatic plants and animals to supplement their diet. Borneo's rainforests are home to the largest population of orangutans, with an estimated 100,000 individuals living in the wild. The island's vast expanse of forest, covering over 600,000 square kilometers, provides a safe haven for these majestic creatures. The forests of Sabah and Sarawak, in the Malaysian state of Borneo, are particularly renowned for their high orangutan densities, with some areas boasting populations of up to 10 orangutans per square kilometer. Sumatra, on the other hand, is home to a smaller but equally vital population of orangutans. The island's forests, although less extensive than those of Borneo, are still a critical habitat for these animals. The Gunung Lusa National Park, one of Indonesia's most iconic protected areas, is a stronghold for the Sumatran orangutan, with an estimated 6,000 individuals living within its boundaries. The tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are not just a home for orangutans. They are also a vital component of the ecosystem, providing a range of essential services, including climate regulation, water cycling, and soil conservation. The forest's complex network of roots and mycorrhizal fungi help to stabilize the soil, preventing landslides and soil erosion. The role of orangutans in maintaining forest health is equally important. As seed dispersers, they play a crucial part in the regeneration of the forest, spreading seeds from the fruits they eat to new locations, allowing the forest to replenish itself over time. This process, known as seed dispersal, is essential for the survival of many plant species, including the iconic dipterocarp trees that dominate the forest canopy. However, the tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra are facing unprecedented threats, primarily driven by human activities such as deforestation, agriculture, and logging. The clearing of forests for palm oil plantations, a ubiquitous crop in Southeast Asia, has led to widespread habitat loss and fragmentation, making it increasingly difficult for orangutans to find food, shelter, and mates. The impact of deforestation on orangutan populations is devastating. As their habitats shrink, orangutans are forced to venture further afield in search of food and shelter, leading to increased conflicts with humans and other animals. Poaching and the illegal pet trade also pose significant threats to orangutan populations, with many individuals captured and sold on the black market. The consequences of these actions are far-reaching, with orangutan populations declining at an alarming rate. In Borneo, for example, the orangutan population has been reduced by an estimated 60% over the past few decades, with some areas experiencing losses of up to 90%. In Sumatra, the situation is equally dire, with estimates suggesting that the orangutan population has declined by over 80% in the past 20 years. The loss of orangutans would not only be a tragedy for the animal itself, but also for the ecosystem as a whole. As a keystone species, orangutans play a critical role in maintaining the balance of the forest ecosystem, and their loss would have far-reaching consequences for the entire ecosystem. The fate of these majestic creatures is inextricably linked to the fate of the rainforests themselves, and it is imperative that we take action to protect their habitats and ensure their survival for generations to come. The intricate web of life within these rainforests is a delicate balance of predator and prey, where every species plays a vital role. The orangutans, as seed dispersers, are essential to the regeneration of the forest, allowing new plant species to emerge and thrive. This process is a testament to the interconnectedness of life in these ecosystems, where every action has a ripple effect on the entire community. As we delve deeper into the rainforests, we find an astonishing array of plant and animal species that call these forests home. The towering dipterocarp trees, with their massive canopies, provide a haven for a variety of epiphytes, such as orchids, ferns, and mosses. The forest floor is a tapestry of wildflowers, giant bamboo, and rattan vines, with the scent of blooming flowers and decaying leaves wafting through the air. The canopy of these rainforests is a maze of branches, leaves, and vines, providing a complex network of pathways for orangutans to navigate. As they roam through the treetops, they feed on a variety of fruits, leaves, and bark, playing a crucial role in maintaining the balance of the forest ecosystem. The forest's complex network of waterways, including rivers, streams, and wetlands, provides a constant source. Orangutans play a crucial role in maintaining the delicate balance of the rainforest ecosystem, particularly in their role as seed dispersers. As they forage through the forest canopy, they consume fruits that are rich in seeds, and in doing so, they inadvertently spread these seeds to new areas. This process is essential for the reproduction and regeneration of the rainforest's diverse plant species. The orangutan's seed dispersal abilities are particularly significant due to their unique digestive system. Unlike many other animals that consume seeds, orangutans have a slow digestive system that allows the seeds to pass through their system intact. In fact, it's estimated that an orangutan can disperse up to 30 kilograms of seeds per year, making them one of the most effective seed dispersers in the rainforest. As the orangutans move through the forest, they deposit these seeds in new locations, often in nutrient-rich areas such as clearings or along the edges of streams. This process allows the seeds to germinate and grow, eventually giving rise to new plant species. In this way, the orangutan plays a vital role in shaping the composition of the rainforest and maintaining its biodiversity. The impact of orangutans on the rainforest ecosystem extends beyond seed dispersal. Their presence helps to create a dynamic balance between different plant and animal species, which is critical for maintaining the health and resilience of the forest. By consuming certain plant species, orangutans prevent them from overgrowing and dominating the forest, allowing other species to thrive. For example, the orangutan's love of figs allows them to maintain the balance of the fig tree population, preventing them from becoming too dense and outcompeting other species. Similarly, their consumption of certain types of leaves and bark helps to regulate the growth of these species, allowing the forest to remain diverse and dynamic. In addition to their role in seed dispersal and ecosystem balance, orangutans also play a critical role in maintaining the overall structure of the rainforest. Their arboreal lifestyle allows them to navigate the forest canopy with ease, and as they move through the trees, they create pathways and clearings that allow other animals to move through the forest. This process, known as canopy engineering, helps to create a more complex and dynamic forest structure, which is critical for maintaining the health and resilience of the ecosystem. By creating pathways and clearings, orangutans allow other animals to access new areas of the forest, which helps to maintain the balance of the ecosystem. Furthermore, the orangutan's presence in the forest also helps to regulate the populations of other animal species. As they compete for food and resources, they maintain a balance between different species, which helps to prevent any one species from becoming too dominant. In this way, the orangutan plays a vital role in maintaining the delicate balance of the rainforest ecosystem. Their unique digestive system, arboreal lifestyle, and ability to disperse seeds all contribute to their critical role in shaping the composition of the forest and maintaining its biodiversity. However, the orangutan's role in the rainforest ecosystem is under threat due to the destruction of their habitat. Their unique digestive system, arboreal lifestyle, and ability to disperse seeds all contribute to their critical role in shaping the composition of the forest and maintaining its biodiversity. However, the orangutan's role in the rainforest ecosystem is under threat due to the destruction of their habitat. As the rainforest is cleared for human activities, the orangutan's ability to disperse seeds and maintain the balance of the ecosystem is severely impaired. It is essential that we take action to protect the orangutan and their habitat, not only for the sake of the orangutans themselves, but also for the health and resilience of the rainforest ecosystem as a whole. By working to conserve the orangutan and their habitat, we can help to ensure the long-term survival of this critical species and the ecosystem it inhabits. As orangutans continue to play a vital role in maintaining the balance of the rainforest ecosystem, their presence also has a profound impact on the overall structure of the forest. The orangutan's arboreal lifestyle allows them to navigate the forest canopy with ease, creating pathways and clearings that allow other animals to move through the forest. This is particularly important in the rainforest, where the water cycle plays a critical role in maintaining the health and resilience of the ecosystem. In addition to their role in seed dispersal and ecosystem balance, orangutans also play a critical role in maintaining. As orangutans continue to face numerous threats to their survival, one of the most pressing concerns is the devastating impact of deforestation on their habitat and ecosystem. The orangutans' native habitats, the tropical rainforests of Borneo and Sumatra, are being cleared at an alarming rate to accommodate palm oil plantations, logging operations, and human settlements. This has resulted in the destruction of millions of acres of forest, leaving orangutans without a home and pushing them to the brink of extinction. The orangutan's dependence on the rainforest ecosystem is absolute. They rely on the forest for food, shelter, and breeding grounds. The trees provide them with fruit, leaves, and insects, which make up the bulk of their diet. The forest canopy also serves as a nursery for the orangutan's offspring, where they can learn essential survival skills and receive protection from predators. However, with the forest being cleared, the orangutans are left without a place to live, feed, or breed. One of the most significant impacts of deforestation on the orangutans is the loss of their food sources. The orangutans are primarily herbivores, and their diet consists mainly of fruits, leaves, and bark. However, with the destruction of the forest, the availability of these food sources is dwindling. The orangutans are forced to venture further afield in search of food, which puts them at risk of encountering humans and other predators. This has resulted in a significant increase in the number of orangutans being poached or killed by humans. Another critical impact of deforestation is the loss of breeding grounds for the orangutans. Female orangutans, in particular, are sensitive to habitat fragmentation, and the destruction of their breeding grounds can have a devastating effect on their reproductive cycles. With the loss of their breeding grounds, the orangutans are unable to reproduce, which has resulted in a significant decline in their population. In addition to the loss of food sources and breeding grounds, deforestation also has a profound impact on the orangutan's social structure. Orangutans are typically solitary animals, but they do have a complex social structure that is based on dominance hierarchies. With the loss of their habitat, the orangutans are forced to come into contact with each other more frequently, which can lead to conflicts and aggression. This has resulted in a significant increase in the number of orangutan attacks, which can be fatal for both the victims and the perpetrators. The impact of deforestation on the orangutan's behavior is also significant. With the loss of their habitat, the orangutans are forced to adapt to new environments, which can be stressful and challenging for them. This can result in changes in their behavior, such as increased aggression, anxiety, and depression. In some cases, the orangutans may also become more habituated to humans, which can make them more vulnerable to poaching and capture. The impact of deforestation on the orangutan's physical health is also critical. The destruction of their habitat can result in a range of health problems, including malnutrition, parasites, and diseases. The orangutans may also be exposed to pollutants and toxins, which can have a devastating effect on their health. In some cases, the orangutans may also be injured or killed by humans, which can result in a significant decline in their population. In conclusion, the impact of deforestation on the orangutan's habitat and survival is devastating. The destruction of their habitat has resulted in a significant decline in their population, and it is estimated that there are only around 104,000 orangutans remaining in the wild. The orangutan's dependence on the rainforest ecosystem is absolute, and their loss of habitat has resulted in a range of critical impacts on their behavior, social structure, physical health, and reproductive cycles. It is essential that urgent action is taken to protect the orangutan's habitat and ecosystem, and to ensure their survival for future generations. The loss of habitat not only affects the orangutan's immediate survival, but also has long-term consequences for their population dynamics. With fewer trees and less food available, the orangutans are forced to adapt to a changing environment, which can lead to changes in their reproductive habits. Female orangutans, in particular, may experience reproductive problems, such as irregular cycles or reduced fertility due to the stress of living in a fragmented habitat. Furthermore, the loss of habitat and food sources can lead to malnutrition and stunted growth in young orangutans. This can have long-term consequences for their development and reproductive success, making it even more challenging for the species to recover. In addition, the stress of living in a fragmented habitat can lead to increased mortality rates among orangutans, particularly among infants and adolescents. The impact of deforestation on the orangutan's social structure is also significant. With fewer trees and less food available, orangutans are forced to come into contact with each other more frequently, leading to increased competition for resources and potential conflicts. This can lead to changes in their social dynamics, such as the formation of smaller groups or the loss of traditional dominance hierarchies. The loss of habitat also has significant implications for the orangutan's cultural and symbolic significance. As one of the most intelligent and charismatic primates, orangutans have a special place in the hearts of many people around the world. However, with their numbers dwindling and their habitats being destroyed, the orangutan's cultural and symbolic significance is being threatened. Efforts to protect the orangutan's habitat and ecosystem are not only essential for their survival, but also for the preservation of their cultural and symbolic value. In recent years, conservation efforts have focused on protecting key orangutan habitats and corridors, which are essential for maintaining the integrity of the species' ecosystem. These efforts include the establishment of protected areas, such as national parks and wildlife reserves, as well as the creation of corridors to connect fragmented habitats. These initiatives aim to provide a safe haven for orangutans and other forest species, allowing them to roam freely and maintain their natural behaviors. However, despite these efforts,